Hi. So on today's episode, we, professional plumbers, myself, Sophia, and Ellie, are going to fix the plumbing in her trailer. She's had some water issues where, the P-trap falls off and the water goes everywhere, and it makes a really great mess all over the floor. And since we're professional plumbers, because everybody's buying that story, we're gonna go to Home Depot. We're gonna get the parts, and we're gonna get this thing fixed for her so she can actually use her sink like she should be able to use. So stay tuned for the adventures of the fantastic plumbers of Sophia and Ellie.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll see you soon. Bye.
I love it.
Let's see. Did it stop?
I love
Stop.
it.
Heading inside Ellie's trailer and checking out the plumbing that is broken underneath here. This is the part that's bad. Well, the part here, as you can see, it's just too short. You can kind of shove it up on here, but it's just got so much weight on it, it always falls off. Plus the coupler here is cracked as well, so it doesn't seal very well or stay on. So we're gonna see about getting the pieces to fix this inside the store. I don't know if I can find the exact piece that will work, or we'll have to find something to make this happen, but we're gonna get this fixed so she has plumbing again.
We went to Home Depot. We're in plumbing. This is what we need right here.
Well, here we are at the lovely P-trap and hose extension aisle in Home Depot, and there are several options. Option A would be to use this one, which is similar to what's under there, but you have to use extensions on it, and I don't think that's really going to work all that well with the extensions. This one next to it is one that will actually glue onto the bottom of the piece that's broken, and we'll just get another collar for it and extend it. We're going to get one of these as well to fix the part that's cracked. So we have a new one, and I think this should do it. We just need to get some glue. This is the magic glue to make this glue happen. These are the parts we have placed up next to where they're going to be replaced. I'm going to take this pipe here and cut it shorter, slip it over this one, glue it on, and then it'll run down inside here probably about 2 inches in, and then we'll just glue this pipe on over the top because it's a slip fit, and put a new collar on there, and I think we'll be good to go. I measured the distance of where this needs to go down into the pipe and where it's going to attach, and it looks like it's about 1.25 inches here on this point, and then it's going to be about 3.5 inches. So I'm going to put a piece of tape on it at 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to use the saw here to cut it, and then we're going to glue it on. I think this will work just fine. I think it's going to be a good fix and get this thing working and functioning right. Feels pretty good. So I have the piece cut. It's going to slip on here and slide into here, but I got to move this piece out of the way first to get it in there, which means it has to move over. So let's see if we can get this thing to come off of here. Well, this is now loose. We should be able to just swing that out of the way like so. Trying to keep the water inside of the P-trap because there's a bunch of water in there. I prefer not to make a mess because they usually stink. P-traps are gross. But they do a really great function if you do lose a ring or something like that down your sink. Typically the P-trap will catch things like that. If they're heavy enough, it'll sit down here in the bottom, so you can actually take this back off and retrieve your ring or an earring or something that you might drop down your sink. If you do lose something down your sink, don't panic. It's typically in the P-trap. If it's not in the P-trap, well, that means it's down someplace else you probably won't be able to get to, but this is typically where that kind of stuff ends up staying if you do end up losing something down the sink. So this piece here is going to go on here, hopefully. I said it was the right size, yes. All right. So that's going to go on there, and then this piece is going to slide in here like that with a new collar on it, and should fix the problem. I'm going to clean this surface here really well with acetone. I'm using this Top Care nail polish remover, but notice it is 100% acetone. not the stuff with additives with vitamin E and whatever stuff, which is great for your fingernails, but not so good for cleaning pipes when you're getting ready to put glue on. But this is the black ABS pipe, and the glues pretty much melt the plastic to some extent, and it works really, really well, but it has to be very clean or it doesn't function. So I'm cleaning that surface, and I'm also cleaning the surface of this one inside as well. So I can use the ABS cement to glue it together. So this is the ABS cement. It usually will say black ABS cement on it. It'll be in where the plumbing is inside the store, where they have all the like sewer plumbing. The bigger stuff usually is typically the big sewer pipe, like 3, 4, 5-inch pipe, and it's usually around the same aisle area where you can find the white sprinkler type pipe, which is the PVC stuff, which is great for building things. So is this stuff as well, but we're going to use this because that's the proper glue for it. Clean it off. To avoid making a mess out of the cabinet, I'm going to put a paper towel down here. It's probably going to drip like they always seem to do. Make a gooey mess. Put the cement on here like so. And then we're going to add it to the inside here as well. And I dripped. Of course I did. Luckily it's under a sink, right? No one's going to notice. Don't tell Ellie. Just kidding. Now I'm going to slide this on here like so. And clean up that drip. Wipe off some of this stuff because it's dripping. Alright. According to the instructions, if I can read this, allow 15 minutes for good handling strength and 2 hours. Cure time for temperatures above 60, but we have about 15 minutes for good handling strength. So I'm going to wait 15 minutes before I actually put the collar on and put the pipe back together. We're just going to kind of hang out for a little bit, and then I'll come back and reassemble the pipe. It's been about 15-20 minutes. So what we're going to do now is put this on, which is the seal and the coupler, so we can screw it down onto the P-trap. Make note of that when you're putting this together, that it is tapered, and the taper should go down so it slides inside of this piece here. I'm going to just slide it up the pipe a little bit like so, and the collar rests on it and pushes it down, and it will seal it. So we're going to loosen this up a little bit more. Try not to dump the nasty P-trap water everywhere. Worst case scenario, I'll take the P-trap off, which is entirely probable that I might have to. I'm going to have to take the P-trap off.
Better?
Some kind of sludge and grossness in here. It's disgusting, but it's P-trap. It's where it holds things. Alright, so the P-trap is now dumped and cleaned out of the water, and it smells just so lovely. Because that's the fun thing with plumbing. So I'm sliding it underneath here, sliding it up, and then screwing this back on here like so. Put this piece back on here. Like that. Ugh, God, plumbing is so gross. Shout out to all you people out there in the world who do plumbing for a living. I got mad respect for you, because plumbing is hecka nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, it's back together, and if everything went well, which it looks like it did, we can run water down the sink and it will not make a big mess everywhere. Just a little trick I learned is, if you put a paper towel down underneath new plumbing, whether or not you're fixing whatever kind of plumbing, if you put paper towel down, it'll show if there's water. Because sometimes you can't see that there's water there unless you get the right angle, but if you put a paper towel down, it really shows if there's any water that's flowing. So I'm going to turn the water on.
Go.
And
Ready, set.
See what happens with this. I don't see any leakage anywhere. No water. So I think we're good. It's pretty strong. Solid, and it shouldn't come apart again, unless of course your trailer flies off a embankment at 4,000 miles an hour, then all bets are off. Okay.
Thank you, Sophia.
You're welcome. So the sink is now fixed and functioning, so Miss Ellie has flowing water in her sink again and can use her gray water tank. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some good information about it in case you have a problem like this and you can get yours fixed as well. If you like this channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all on the next one.